Welcome to Framework Fortune and welcome back, Framework Fortune community. I'm your host, Ben, and we've got our co-host, Hal, back in the building, H&H Trader, who was able to find a old piece of a dinosaur's tail to use as a charger for his computer. So now he is back with us. H&H Trader, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing good. Just closing up the week. Feeling good that I did not take a huge red day today.
I think that's pretty much everybody for this whole week. I think you were telling me earlier this morning that Ross Cameron lost like 35,000 this week or something crazy.
Man, no, it's been consecutive days. Man has lost like 30K. I'm like, bro, you gotta take a break, bro.
He's got the money. He can afford to blow it. But yeah, it feels like it's been like that for pretty much a lot of people, I think. I'm down 100 on the day, but I still am holding my 3 swings on BTBT, FLGC, and holding my position still from AHPI. But I probably am going to sell that. I don't think I want to hold that one over the weekend, but we'll dive into all those here in just a second. But it's time for your Monday through Friday episode of The Last Rip. And we're going to dive into the top gainers, recap any trades we took, and see if there's any trades that might be for Monday, but probably not because we got 2 days between there. The SPY today, shooting up out the gate. Actually pretty interesting to see it break up like this. And it hit a new high also. I think that was in pre-market to 441.80. No, that was yesterday. This channel you called out, Hal, not looking too good for the SPY, is it?
I like it. Fall. Fall.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough here. Maybe Monday, being the start of a new month, some hype will hold it in this channel. But it's very close. So you can see the selling pressure. 2 days there that tried to push it down, and then a little buying coming in, but still both these candles getting pushed down.
I want to see it start working its way down to that little blue line you got there.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see. I'm trying to go in. I'll stop trading penny stocks. I'll go straight inverses.
Yeah, that is a possibility. I mean, every time that we have dropped below the 10-day green moving average, we've bounced off that 50-day multiple times. We're definitely due for a big correction, but whenever that's going to come, who knows? But we're due right now for a small correction down to the 50-day again. So I would expect that next week. But it's 2 days, a lot of time, a lot of things can happen in the next 2 days. So it's hard to say, really.
You know, with the SPY doing these kind of moves, it's so hard to predict the drop through. But when it happens, it's almost too late.
Yeah, it's hard. That's why it's hard to catch those inverse ETFs, because if you get in too early, like right here, I'm sure some people got into some inverse ETFs, and it looked like it was going to crack and drop there, but then it pumped back up. So
they got burned.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to time it. If you get in at the wrong time, you're going to get punished one way or the other. Until we get like a strong break of the 50-day, I'm not going to touch the inverse ETFs. Federal Reserve is still pumping money, and it's hard to go against people with endless amounts of money they can print and pump into the markets. So we'll see what happens, but I would expect somewhat of a pullback next week. Maybe not on Monday, but at some point. So the top gainer on the day is EYRP. Up 54%, but does not show it on the chart because the rip happened right at the end of market, ripped all the way up to 22 and then sold off. Had a little rebound here during this time in pre-market there, holding up that $6 area. It looked like a good triangle to me. I mean, we had that nice little consolidation there, a little breakup at market open, a pullback, and we were starting to, make some little sideways moves there. Making like a little flag, little triangle. And then it just dumped out the bottom of that triangle. So I held it down to $8 to see if $8 was going to hold as support, because it held back here in pre-market. And then it did not hold, so that's when I got out, kind of at the bottom of this. Yeah, right there. Right as soon as $8 cracked, I got out at $7.97.
Okay, this thing went up to 22. I was thinking, okay, how many shorts are sitting on top of this? think about how much fighting it has to do. And then in the pre-market on this, when it opened, it actually opened. You see how it gapped down and it threw a little
Yeah.
wick up there?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, it tried to go back up there and reclaim. Tried to. So there's definitely shorts on that level. So I had drew a line over the top of this over the top of that little wick right there, that little green wick.
Yeah, so like
And I was looking at that level to start either become support or resistance.
10.30 or something.
Yeah.
Around
So
$10
look where
there.
that line lands, and that stock ended up halting. I think it went into a halt and then came right out and dropped. That's where I wanted to see it get through. If it was gonna go, I saw that beginning rush up and I was like, okay, well, if it halts and it can come close to this line, maybe it'll have a chance. But when I saw it open and immediately reject, I knew shorts had put their foot down. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait all day until it gets up to this line. And that was my kind of like the point that I would actually trade it, but never got up there. And I really didn't like the fact that on the level twos, every time it went up, 10,000, 30,000, 40,000 share positions were sitting there. I was like, oh boy, this don't look good. And then it started snapping.
That was in pre-market, or are you talking about at
No, in the open, in the intraday, on the level twos.
I must have been asleep this morning because I missed that on the level 2. What you're talking about, I also missed this wick candle here.
Yeah,
I did not catch that this morning. I just saw the big run and then the sideways and then a drop down, but I didn't see that wick. That wick gives you a lot of information. So good analysis on that, avoiding it, staying out of it. That would have saved me some money there if I would have opened my eyes, but down 42 on that one, and altogether about 100 on the day. But I am still up on my BTBT swing. Still got 25 shares at an average of 7, and BTBT did have a nice move today. It climbed in at the bell from 771 all day until after hours of 984 before it had this nasty little pullback. But Bitcoin is now over 41,000, so I'm going to hold this over the weekend because Bitcoin is starting to go bullish for a possible another big crypto bull run in what my technical analysis is showing. If that happens, BTBT could get back up into some prices like $15. There's a lot of resistance at 15. If Bitcoin runs over the weekend, this might gap up on Monday. Now, the risk is if Bitcoin doesn't, and Bitcoin drops back to 35,000 over the weekend, this is going to gap down on Monday. So I'm kind of taking a little bit of risk here. But it's like I said, it's only 25 shares, and my average is $7. So right now I got about $1.87 of room before it ever gets back to my entry. But looking at this daily chart, it's getting close to a breakout or breakdown, one of the two. But you can see that little triangle there. But what I just noticed that I hadn't noticed this week yet on this is there's this downtrend that it's super close to breaking, and that's about a 7-month downtrend. So if it can break that area, break $10, this thing would be back bullish.
I'm staying as far away from this one as I can. If this is North Pole, I'll be in the South.
What's your issues with it? What don't you like about it?
Man, I'm day trading. I'm not holding this thing. So yeah, I made some money off of it one of those days, but it's just not that type of volatility that I like to see, especially in these past couple of days. It hadn't even hit my scanner once. So it's just not volatile enough for my trading style. I just can't see myself holding this thing. You got faith and patience, man.
No faith, just patience. No faith at all. Like I said, this easily could drop on me. I'm aware of what could happen, but I'm also aware of the potential if the crypto market heats back up.
Yeah.
Because last year, I alerted Mara and Riot when they were at $2, and I traded them a little bit, but I had thought about swing trading them, and I never did it. And that's one of those where I was like, next time there's a crypto run, I'm going to at least swing one of these crypto stocks and see if it gets the same type of move. Because last time they all exploded. This one was all the way up at 33. So
Yeah.
we'll see. It's a risky swing, especially over the weekend. Like I said, a lot can happen over 2 days. I'm seeing Bitcoin over 41,000 right now. I'm confident in this one. AHPI, all right.
It was just going to the moon here, and I did not want to jump in anywhere on that green run up.
Yeah.
It pulled back, and then it exploded on that little green candle that you see right there, and I was still like, I am not convinced.
Yeah.
But it pulled back to, I think it was a 9 EMA or something like that. It pulled back right there and started to hold. And so I was like, okay, well, I might enter here. And it had that red indecision candle right there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's the one that I got in, and it just ripped down. It could not go higher, and I had to cut my loss on it because it was just killing me.
Yeah, that's an all-day sell signal right there. Indecision at the top of run at near resistance, followed by a red candle like that. As soon as it drops to the bottom of that indecision candle, it's going to dump.
Yep. Like I said, I lost on that one, $76 gone.
Yeah.
And it hurt. It hurt my little pocket.
Yeah, so I got in here after that. I let it calm down some, and then it started crossing back over. This is the crossover strategy I've been using, and it crossed over. So I got in here on this candle as it was starting to push up towards 9 at 1879, and it did break over 9 for a second. It had a little pullback before it ripped, but it didn't drop that much. So I held it. It looked like there was some support right across there. So that support held up, and then it shot all the way to 1025, and I didn't sell it.
Yeah,
okay.
I got back in right there and made some of my money back right there.
Oh, nice. So you caught it on this little dip and then rode that up to that high day?
Well, I didn't hold it to the high day because I saw those two double. It almost looked like a double top right there, and I went ahead and got out.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, but I just just got out of it. I'm not going to hold this over the weekend. Not looking at this daily chart, because every time it's had a big spike, it's pulled back the following day, and there's a lot of selling pressure up here, so I'll take that little $11 loss on that. I was holding to see if it was going to rip maybe in after hours.
MRIN, yep, made some pretty good money. Pulled off 60-something cents off of this one. It was very, very choppy at the beginning, and so I was kind of scared of it because I'm always scared, and I saw it pull back, and then it started to kind of consolidate around that $8 level. I got in right in there.
Right through there?
Right there.
Okay.
Yep, and held all the way to the top.
Yeah, there you go. Not too bad. It was about 840 up to 950 almost.
And I was selling on the way up.
Yeah.
Because I knew that drop was coming.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was a good play there, too. So you made a couple good plays later in the day. If the market stays like it is, that may be what we have to adapt to, is where we don't trade early in the morning. We wait and let everything play out and then look for the trades around 9, 10 o'clock, because that seems to be when we're getting the best consistent rips after 10 o'clock and then through the rest of the day.
The only reason that is because, one, there's no really good catalyst. Two, people are specifically looking for volume now. Where is the volume?
Yeah.
And so when they saw Mrin coming up, it had volume. And see, when it first started, the reason it was trading kind of shaky is because it didn't have any volatility. It was like around 10%. And people were like, do we want to trade this? Do we want to trade this? But as the volume poured into it, and people in
you can see the indecision on the volume right there.
Yeah.
At the beginning of those volume bars. There's a lot of indecision.
As soon as AHPI to fall, I called it. I said, I guarantee you people are going to come over here because APHI is going to kill some people. Yeah. And so that's exactly what happened. The volume started picking up, and you can see the green bars right down there on where I got in. Those green bars, not right there, over there. Yeah, that's where AHPI or whatever it was started to kill.
Yeah, that was right at 11. So let's pull HPI up and fact check you on that. Yep, right at 11. Look at there.
Yep.
That was on point. Nice call on that. They had a revenue decline.
Mm-hmm.
So it was bad earnings and it ripped.
That's why it was trading so sloppy in the first run up.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a lot of just indecision until the volume came.
Yep. And that's a perfect example of why I say it doesn't always matter about the PRs. The volume is more important than PR. Volume is the number one most important thing. And trading earnings, there's a lot of traders out there who try to trade earnings. Is so dangerous because you never know how the market's going to react. FLGC, I'm still holding the 10 shares from this one where I made a decent profit the other day. So this is all profit as long as it doesn't drop down
What's
below
your average
$6.
price?
$5.96 on
Oh
10
yeah, yeah,
shares.
you up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm up. It closed pretty strong, over 775 today at market close. Had to sell off yesterday. Above all EMAs, I'm just going to hold that 10 shares. I think it's a decent swing because it's all profit as long as it stays above 6 at this point.
That's a scary close on that daily chart.
Right, this one or this one
No,
here?
no, that one, yeah.
Eh.
It has no wicks. It's just a block.
It is a block, man. I didn't know. I didn't really think about that at all. There's another one too right there. This thing's got block candles. It has wicks or candles with no wicks. That's usually not normal for a daily chart.
I don't like that.
That's a little strange. Now that you're pointing that out. Wow. Okay. Well.
Which way we want to go?
Yeah, man. No kidding. We'll see what happens on this thing. I didn't realize there was. I didn't even notice that. How did you get a perfect box like that with no, like, even this little red candle here still had like a little nipple at the top here. Like, see right there is just a little tiny nipple that this thing has nothing. I mean, you might see that on a 1 minute or a 5 minute or even a 15-minute chart, but on a daily chart, I mean, that's insane. I don't know. All right, well, I'm going to hold it. I like the daily chart other than this weird Minecraft candle we have here. BLIN. Oh, BLIN. Brian, I think it was Brian in my chat, called this out in the live stream when it started running right through here. I didn't catch it. I'd already had most of my funds in all these other trades, so I didn't get to catch it. But it's a nice call out, running all the way up to 757. I think he called it out right around the 630 area after it consolidated. A little triangle break there, but very nice.
This one scared me. I saw it on my scanner. I saw it kind of getting some parabolic movement. But what scared me on it was this little 3 red bars. Looks like it didn't have any kind of direction right there. Yeah. So I was actually trading APHI during this time. And when I looked over, that's pretty much where it was. And I was like, ugh, I don't know which way this is going to go. So I kind of focused in on APHI and MRIN. But I see it made a move.
Yeah, it did make a nice little move, but that was a little fake out there. You can see the 10 cross to the downside too, and then it just shot right back up. No, they didn't have any news either. Looking at this daily chart, it did close above the EMAs. Let's see here. Let's look at that. We got green candle, little red candle, and then a pop up today, but there's some selling pressure above 650. So maybe if this could break 7 next week, we could see it. Let's see, where's it at now? Yeah, it's under 7. So if it can break and hold 7 as support, it could make a move up. I don't know. It may be one to keep on your watch list just as a backup. If nothing else is running on the day, you can go look and see if it's starting to do anything. We'll be back Monday for some more live stream day trading on both the Framework Fortune channel and H&H Trader channel, as long as his Jurassic computer is able to come back alive on Monday. It may not make it over the weekend. It's in the hospital, hooked to some wires and stuff like that. But we'll be back Monday for some more live stream day trading. Check out H&H Trader's channel and check out frameworkfortune.com if you haven't yet. Appreciate everybody joining us as always. Stay safe out there and have a great weekend. Until next time.